I'm Diet Cokehead, and I'm just doing kinky stuff and mental health stuff, but I'm not lame about it, and music and whatever else I can think of. And this video is about fetishes again, and I'm going over breeding kinks and why do people like them. But it sounds scary, especially in this day and age. But I mean, the proof is in the pudding. Like, there aren't breeding kink people going around having a whole bunch of babies. There aren't breeding kink people raising a million babies in baby farms. That's a whole different thing. The Christians that have 80 million babies, that's like a whole different, like needs religious kink video. That's a whole different thing. I thought whenever I first heard of breeding kink, that's the first thing that came into mind. People that have millions and millions and millions of babies. But that's not the same thing. Um, or like, have you heard of those weird people that like will go to 20 different sperm banks and donate? That's not it either. That's also a different thing. And of course, like all fetishes, different fetishes get involved with this one, and people get into it for different reasons. But it's kind of like this: like when you start smoking weed, you're not gonna start doing meth. But people who do meth, they're not scared to do weed. And then that's kind of like the same logic that applies here. It's like people who are open to one fetish, they're going to want to experiment with a whole bunch of other ones, and that's why there are like usually 20 different fetishes involved whenever you go find a weird community. And it's totally different for everyone. And interestingly, it's been observed that like a lot of researchers think that birth order might play a heavy role in this kink. I think some college somewhere did a study that almost universally everyone who participated and had a breeding kink were the firstborn child in their birth order, a male or female. And inflation fetishes commonly overlap with breeding fetishes, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. Because for some people, it's all about the stomach expanding. And I really used to think that this must be like a primal kink. Like, isn't that what we're put on Earth for? Um, but the kink doesn't really involve, like I was saying earlier, it doesn't have anything to do with having a family. It usually only involves the act of getting somebody pregnant itself. Like a trad wife, I can do that in another kink series that's not this. So some of my customers that have this, they just want to talk about the belly. And it's another fetish that's almost entirely language reliant. Like, you don't even have to look pregnant. They just want you to talk about looking pregnant, if that makes any sense. Like, when people engage in it, they don't want you to actually get you pregnant. 99% of the time, just saying, I want you to knock me up. Like, sometimes people who do this, they'll, fuck without birth control, but then run and get Plan B. They just want you to say, oh, I want you to come up to my abdomen and fill me up so much I get pregnant. And obviously I can't use the entire script here on YouTube, but I have an entire script because this is so fucking common and I have it memorized. And it's very, very, very talk heavy. 99% of all kink and fetishes and stuff, it's purely bullshit. It's all talk. It's all fantasy. It's not nearly as freaky and scary as the internet makes it sound. Which I believe will eventually have some negative repercussions. Like, I really thought that we evolved past showing all of this in a negative, scary light. But it's honestly a lot more boring than it sounds. And in its simplest form, a breeding kink is just what it says, like, for various reasons. It's the thought or the act of getting somebody pregnant. And that does something for them. This usually does not involve actually raising a child, but it's more around the act of getting somebody pregnant, which, like I've said before, most kinks are submissive or dominant leaning. And sub and dom stuff, it's not all Hellraiser shit. It's not all whips and chains. It can be talking. It can be like, this is sub and dom. This is like this falls within the range of BDSM. It's whoever's getting pregnant is the sub, and whoever's impregnating is the dom. And it's not gender exclusive. Kink, trans and gay couples can engage in this together. A woman can peg a guy and say that she's getting them pregnant. There are suits, there are sex toys, there are all kinds of things to play with this fantasy to your heart's content. It's a heavy role play fantasy that anybody can engage in however they want. Your imagination is the limit. Sex is not logical. It does not make sense. It is not reality. It does not operate within this constraints of societal expectations, and arousal tends to rebel against reality and society, and it does not really like to act within it. I honestly believe that a lot of fetishes purely exist because the fetish is coming to whatever they were told not to come to. I kind of feel like sex is supposed to be like a place where you throw all of that bullshit away with somebody else, and you kind of just play with whatever I'm already going off on something that I want to make a whole other video about. But anyway, that's all I can think of to say about breeding kinks. And if you have anything that you want to add on, if you think that I missed anything, if you want me to elaborate any further on anything, if you have any other fetishes you want me to talk about, if you have any other bullshit topics, something, whatever, I talk here, I talk on my subreddit, just comment and all that stuff. I appreciate it. My YouTube is sponsored by me. I'm on OnlyFans. I'm on Cam Soda. I have links fucking everywhere all over the internet. Go stalk me. Okay, bye.